The next one from CNN 81, and he asks, what do you think about the view that some people in the G circle seem to have, that black people in Britain should live in a separate, self-governed society? And wouldn't it be better to try and change the system that's already in place? So,
that's two very good points. I would say this. The reason why I want to get black people together is to have that conversation. Because I have to be tangibly real, like changing the system or change the system. We have to get together to discuss certain issues. So I couldn't say, whatever answer is better for black people, I will go with.
Okay.
That is really if trying to make a new system is better for black people, I'm there. If trying to change,
so we're saying you're more concerned with facilitating the space where we can even just have the conversation.
Yeah,
that's what's more key to you.
Yeah, it's like this, right? I don't have all the answers, right? But by being around black people collectively, I've improved so much of my knowledge because people who know stuff I don't know are pushing it forward, and they're dedicated to training black people, to which I am one, right? So by getting people together to learn information you might not know about is very valuable.
So other black people have changed some of your opinions on certain things.
Yeah, and I hope so. It's not. I won't say necessarily change opinion. I say what it does, they've enforced it. It's not. I haven't really. There's information that wasn't there that is there now. So it's like this. I'm trying to help black people. That's the goal, right? And as people come along, they've opened that goal. They've shown different ways of doing it. So I wouldn't say change. If someone comes along and I'm like, forget black people. It's about helping Chinese people. Then that will be a change, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel Chinese people have got their own thing going on. They don't need me to try and help them. Do you know what I mean?
Now, in terms of the question was like working in the system or building your own system. I don't know. Maybe at one stage you had a preference for one of those opinions. I don't know.
I have to be realistic. I don't know, and that's the thing. It's like sometimes we say things.
I'm saying, is there any idea that you was leaning towards that? Someone's come along and give you information that has led you to like do a reversal of that idea or something like that? No.
No, it's possible though.
It's possible though.
Very possible.
Open-minded.
Of course, I mean, a good idea is a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Black Burma building might be a bad idea. Yeah. It might be a bad idea to train black people.
Because the reason I'm saying it's like people. Right now you're like Mr. Falcon still, like
who?
Mr. Falcon.
Don't know that, bro.
From Star Trek or one of them things, man.
All right.
Where he's got like, he's detached. I think it's Falcon.
Oh no, you're talking about Spock, bro.
Spock, yeah.
Where you get Falcon from, brother?
I don't know, fam. I don't really know it too much.
Any kind of second-hand cable channel, bro.
I don't know it too much.
Fix it, come on.
But from what I'm saying is like, man's just detached from their emotions, innit? Man just does like the logical thing without, because us humans, we got emotions that even sometimes when we know what the right thing is to do, because we're so emotionally invested in doing the wrong thing or not doing the right thing, it's not as simple as we know what's the right thing to do, so we're going to do it. Like, all my life I've believed X. Someone's come and given me information that's challenged X, and I see blatantly that my opinion was wrong, but I'm still believing X because I'm emotionally attached to it.
That won't happen to me. If I found out,
I'm saying, how do you do that?
Because
don't your emotions
never
play no part in manipulating your opinions?
No. If I found out tomorrow that my mum adopted me and I wasn't her kid, I still love my mum. I'll be won't tell me the truth, but I won't feel anything. I'll be like, yeah.
But if
I found out tomorrow that this religion is real,
yeah,
I'll follow it, innit?
Yeah.
I found out that, like.
But I'm saying, do you recognize that as unique for in terms of human? I don't know. I can't speak for most of humanity, but most people I come across, I see them heavily emotionally invested, especially in Speaker's Corner, fam, as well.
Yeah.
Emotionally invested, fam.
Well, there's a value in them doing that. They have a value in them being invested in that, isn't it? They value
emotionally.
That. Yeah, they value
even against the and I know that's what I'm saying. So don't you place no value in your emotions?
Do I place in my emotions?
Yeah.
Well, I value who I am, and if something's not necessary, it's not necessary. It's like, these.
And you never done wrong, not bad. Well, you know it's bad.
Because I don't think that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I do things that's wrong.
Yeah.
Or I see as wrong, I should say, right? That I see as wrong. Or I've done things I see as wrong.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying.
But once I mention, if I'm telling you that I'm doing something, if I'm saying that, right,
Yeah.
that I'm doing, then in my mind it means I need to undo it, innit? If I'm saying, if I'm having a conversation like, yeah, I'm robbing a bank,
yeah,
and this is
that's
wrong,
what I'm saying. But I don't.
change it.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, but you're saying it on paper, but in practice, is it that just as simple as you know it's wrong? I'm not gonna do it no more.
Yeah, everything I've done, I did overnight, most things, literally.
Yeah.
Like I found that there's something's poisoning, I'm not eating it.
What you're saying, diet and that. Yeah.
Yeah, everything I just change overnight.
Right now, your diet's impeccable.
No, well, I'm a vegetarian. I don't know if that means anything, but
Yeah, you're a vegan now. Why you a vegan?
because I've studied the facts and I'm like,
Vegetarian school for you.
yeah, it's cool. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What about the treatment of animals? Have you seen how they factory farm all the cows and all that?
and that's something I disagree with. So,
But you still eating the food
well, I don't eat animals.
that cows produce.
I don't eat
Milk, cheese.
I don't drink milk. I don't drink milk.
But you vegetarian, so you have dairy, right?
Honey.
Honey.
Yeah,
Okay, that's the only thing.
Well,
You say you're still from the bees. You're still the bees.
yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. The bees come after me. Maybe I'm a wasp man, innit? I don't know. But yeah. But I don't really get bogged down in certain things, right? What I'm saying is, if I'm seeing something, if I can do something better for myself, right, that I see, then I'm gonna do it. But one thing I don't want you to do, bro, I don't want you to start thinking that I'm this guy's kicking down the door of this perfect lifestyle.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
But I don't know why you would do that, because this is what I think is very important, right? I keep going back to it. It isn't about the person; it's about the message. It has to be. Yeah.
That's what it should be. But I'm saying, yeah, in theory, yeah, I agree with you. But in practice, it's different, man. Like the world is real, fam. The dunya is real out here, blood. You get me? We get influenced by. I'm saying we. Fucking let me speak for myself, fam. I get influenced by emotions and all types of shit that, man, like logically don't make sense. But sometimes the emotion outweigh the logic.
But have you looked at the greater good though when you're doing that? Have you looked at the greater good?
Yeah. Some man's got regrets and that still. Some regrets still. Man violates certain times. You get me?
Well, if you violate, once you realize you violate, have you gone a step to correct that?
Sometimes.
Because I can assure you, bro, trying to correct wrongness you've done, prepares you for the next wrongness, isn't it? Because it's like this, right? Your brother or your sister or whatever could steal from you, right? They steal from you, and they steal your car or whatever it is, yeah? And then they come back and say sorry. But really, what they want to do, they want to actually try the same effort they took to make the car and the pain it caused, they want to replace that, innit? So I'm saying, so sorry ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying, if you've done something wrong to someone, trying to fix that might be the lesson you need to make sure you never do it again, because you know that if every time I'm doing wrong I have to fix it, then boy, I don't want to have to keep doing that, boy. It's quite a lot of effort.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they used to.
That's what it is. But bro, if you want to talk, we can talk. Like off camera thing, whatever. It's like, I can tell you.
No, ain't nothing major like that. Still, ain't nothing major like small things, man. But just look like, like, man don't always do what I think is the right thing, innit? Like sometimes man get lazy or whatever, innit? Like it's not as simple as because I know it's the right thing to do, man's just gonna do it, innit?
But that's the thing, bruv. You've got to put energy into the right thing, right? You've got to try to.
I'm saying you do. I'm asking.
All the time.
All the time.
You market to yourself the values of the things you do.
You never told a lie?
Have I ever? Yeah, of course I've told a lie.
Recently?
Here's what it is, right? I've got such controversial views that I have to find a way to make it make sense, innit? So that's why I tell the truth. So I'm open about my truth, innit? So I need to be able to word things that's gonna make it less controversial. So, because if something doesn't make sense, why am I doing it, right?
Yeah.
So if you actually to sit down and ask me a lot of questions, I've got a whole lot of controversial views, but I'm not gonna tell you it in the traditional controversial way. I'm never gonna do that, because in order for it to make sense with me, I have to break it down and make it easily digestible to people I speak to.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So, no, I don't lie, innit? Now, don't get me wrong.
Have you ever, not do you or don't you lie? Have you ever recently told a lie?
No. But what I would say is this.
You're fucking Mr. Fout. What's your name? Spock?
No, but hear this, right? Hear this.
Yeah.
If me and an individual are, we're engaging in something, I don't know what it might be, right? That person's secret is for him or her to keep. So if you ask me a question that involves them, I cannot tell you their truth or their lifestyle in it. So I can't compromise them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't tell you on the strength of them. But for me, unless it's something that's not your business or it's connected, why do I need to lie?
Oh no.
Why do you need to lie? Why do you lie, innit? Why do you lie? What's wrong with this?
Sometimes it's like, as you said, sometimes I can't always find a way to, like, people, that phrase in it, the truth, the brutal honesty. I don't think it should be called brutal honesty in it, because the truth should be something good in it. But I realize that not all people want to hear certain truth, to get me, or certain ways about how you feel about certain things.
Right.
You know, like small things like, do I look good in this? And you don't look good in it from my point of view.
But once again, brother, it comes down to
small things
how
like
you
that.
deliver that. So, for example, let's just make a scenario, right? Let's say it's your woman, yeah? And your woman and she's wearing some dress that's not too appealing for yourself, right? And she goes, how do I look? Now you think this looks terrible, innit? Right? Yeah. That might be a truth to you, but you could actually say, you know what? You know that pink dress you wore yesterday? That's the one, That's the one. And so that you don't have to focus on what you dislike. You can focus what you do like. You see? And then you've changed the energy in the room.
For me, I feel that's still a form of lying still.
Well,
because I feel like that's being dishonest.
No, bro, it's not being dishonest.
Because you're concealing your true opinion, what she asked for.
But
she never asked you if the next dress looks good. She asked you if I look good in this.
The thing is, that's why I will try to push in the greater good. And the greater good is she's dressing for a purpose, right?
Yeah.
And the purpose is she's going to a club. Or I don't know why people go wear a dress, right? Yeah. So it's like, so her greater good is she wants to look good in that club, right?
Yeah.
So your opinion is, from all the clothes she's wore, that is the best one. But then there's also, if you can't...
If I was to do that, I feel like that's diverting attention away from what she asked me. But the reason, like, I do agree that the reason she asked me that is because she wants to look good.
So that's the great good. That's the great good, though.
I'm with you on that.
There you go.
But at the same time, because I want to be honest, I would have to let her know that I'm diverting attention from this. But then it'll just come out, though. It'll come out.
But once again, then it comes down to delivery. It's like, babe, I'm with you because you're very sexy, right? You're a sexy woman, and I have a preference in it, and the preference is the pink, yeah? And the reason the preference is the pink, and you can break down, like, when I was 10, I saw this model, or whatever it is, whatever it is that makes...
She wants to hear, does this dress look good on me? You're telling her about our next dress that will look better on her.
No, so we ain't got this. So you go, so my preference is dresses that cover your kneecaps or whatever it is, I don't know, right? So when your dress only covers up to here, it creates a vision in my mind of a time back in the day that I was never too fond of. So psychologically, I go there, innit? So my preference is the pink, but you're an individual if you're wearing the red, wear the red, but my preference is pink. There you go.
So if you don't like the red dress?
Well, the first you have to establish why you don't like it. That's the most important thing. When someone says that
she asks you, do you like the red dress?
But now the question to you, hypothetically, your missus says, do you like my red dress, right? And then
I don't like it.
You don't like it. Now you have to establish in your mind why you don't like it. Yeah. Why don't you like it? Tell me why you don't like it.
I don't like the red dress. I don't like red. Red looks nasty. It makes me think of blood.
Okay, so now you know what's funny then?
Yeah.
Right. So now this is more about you than it is about her, isn't it?
Yeah, but she asked my opinion.
Yeah, yes. But what I'm saying is your opinion is clouded by your own historical doings, right? So blood. It's like the question is, why does it make you think of blood? And
but she might value the dress based upon how I feel about it, because I'm her man. She wants to know that I'm wearing something that my man likes. I like it as well, but I want my man to like it also.
Well, then that's when you're having a true conversation, isn't it? You're going, babe, you look great with no
that might be the underlying reasons, but she might not be able to. She might not be able to talk that frankly, though.
Have you ever asked those questions?
Are we still thinking hypothetical?
It's hypothetical, really. Yeah, go with it, because obviously whatever really is, you can exchange it. But what I'm saying is, this is why.
This is how I talk. Still, I talk like this.
Yeah, but you can ask.
It don't go smoothly all the time. That's in general.
Now, have you ever asked if it doesn't go smoothly to your hypothetical girlfriend, wife, whatever? Why does that offend you in it? So you say something like, I don't like this, whatever. Have you ever go, why? To break down why to me.
All the time I do that.
And then what did she say, hypothetically?
She'll hypothetically kiss her teeth and walk out the room, blood.
So then
she don't want to engage, blood.
She don't engage.
Imagine that. She was just, because like right now, how you're talking seems to me like you're being naive. You're assuming that everybody has and exercises the ability to be rational and put their emotion aside.
Oh no, of course not. But I'm saying
That's what it sounds like right now.
When there's two people talking, you have to establish who actually is more in control of their emotions. Let's use that example, right? Let's say that's you. Then I'm talking to you now, isn't it?
I think I'm more in control of my emotions than you as well.
Okay, cool.
Because you saw on film.
Oh, there you go.
And that's against your code.
Okay. Now let's say that you're talking to your missus, right? Yeah. And you are more in control. Then the emphasis is on you to direct that conversation. So it's directed in the direction of conclusion. As in, you want a constructive conclusion, because without it, you're having these arguments that last 5 weeks, and then you're drifting apart, whatever it is. So you have to establish what it is your woman likes. So for you, it's a violation that you can't tell her the truth. So you have to establish what is it about the truth you're saying that upsets her soul. And that conversation doesn't have to happen then. You can wait 2 weeks when you guys have gone to the fairground, you're having a good time, you go, babe, let's sit down. 2 weeks ago, I mentioned the red dress and the chair started flying in it. What was that about? Like, can we just talk about that? And you've got to push to her that, you know what? You're doing this because you care for her, innit? And that's the most important thing, that you're doing this because you care about someone. I'm doing what I'm doing because I care about black people, innit? Yeah? So I can take the hard hitting stuff because I care. So if you care about your missus, hypothetically, right, then you should be able to do that. But I'm speaking to you like you are the most in control of your emotions at this point. Yeah. If I spoke to her and I felt it was her, I'll tell her the same thing. And she would have to go backwards before she goes forwards. Just like me, I have to go backwards before I can go forwards.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like what man consider going backwards still. Like man ain't never trying to. I feel like it's being dishonest, fam. At the moment, I hear what you're saying still. I always try and analyze my whoever I'm talking to, and try and get a feel for how I feel like they will be most receptive to the message that I want to give across, and try and package it in a way where I feel like they're most likely to receive it. And because that's the intention, in that's the greater good, in it, like to get my message across. It doesn't matter about the packaging too much. You get me? But if I feel like I can't send a message because regardless of how I package it to this person,
they'll be upset no matter what, right?
Yeah. Okay. That's why I feel like man's taking an L, innit? Like I can't go to sleep, fam. It's like, yeah.
Well, you know what it is, bro, yeah? I think what it
might
is...
be emotional still, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, bro, we don't always have all the answers, and sometimes the answers come from someone else. So I would say review someone else who gets through to the hypothetical missus, right? And like maybe a friend, a sister, a brother, right? And see what is about their communication is different from yours. Now, what is it that you're doing that's different? Yeah, you're doing market research now, isn't it? Right? And you're thinking, okay, I noticed that when her brother speaks to her, she listens more because he might talk to her and he might start the conversation with remember we were kids, wherever. And he starts the conversation with reminiscing about a time when places were good. Some people, when they talk to people, they start direct and negative. Like when you look in the comments, when you see people doing constructive stuff, the first thing they say is, you're a druggie, you're this, you're that, why are you doing this at the park, why'd you look this way? Rather than going, well done brothers for actually going out in the cold and trying to help people, whatever. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So maybe analysing people who actually do it better than you from your expectation, whatever, from your observation, sorry, and seeing what they do and then try to implement that in your communication. Remember, you have to care, and I think you're hypothetically, you have to care about the person you're talking to, and if you do care, then it's worth putting the effort in. If you do care, then it's worth it. It makes sense.
Yeah. I see nothing. Enough of the hypothetical still. Next one.